Hello, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your bonus reading for Tuesday, September 18. I know that sounds like I knew what I was talking about, but I've done one video and memorised the date, so it'll only become a problem when I have to do it again tomorrow. I actually have a blackboard where I write the dates down, see, so that I don't forget. Just a real failing of mine remembering dates. Okay, I'm going to do the bonus reading today, and I'm actually going to just read whatever comes out and post accordingly, because the last couple of times I've followed what's been required and the readings come out quite different. So I'm going to do this a little differently and let Spirit lead the way. I know that sometimes I go to do a reading and it will just be altogether career, and another time it'll be altogether love. So I'm going to see how it goes. Alrighty, card at the bottom of the deck, very nice. So we have the Justice card. I really like the Justice. I'm using Ciro Marchetti's deck, the Gilded Tarot too. This here means generally that everything is equal and balanced. It's the card of justice. It generally means justice is going in your favour. So if you've got something going on at the moment that might be a court case or something where things have not been equal, the universe is about to equal them out for you. Now this sort of gets the reputation of the karma card for that reason, because it's things will now turn in your favour. So you know, if you've been waiting for something to happen and you've invested a lot of time and energy in something, like trying to manifest something, sometimes this will balance it out for you. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's either you've repaid karmic debt. I know people go, oh yeah, there's no such thing as karmic debt, or can't be good or bad or whatever. But all right then, if we try and take it from that perspective, whatever you've put out, wished for, wanted, and put the energy into is now coming back. So that way we keep everybody happy. I don't believe there's bad or good karma either. I think there is only karma, but there's karma. Okay, first card out. Okay, it's the Page of Cups. Very nice. Someone's getting an offer from someone. So it could be in the Justice card that you've put in a lot of time and energy trying to get someone to notice you, see you, whatever. This is a very young energy. It's a new energy. It's a very small offer, because the pages can only give you a small offer. They don't have the maturity to offer you something better than this. So generally when this comes out, I think it might be a date, it might be an offer for lunch, it might be an offer to meet up, like that type of thing, but not usually something large. If it's a family member, it might be an offer to come to a party, wedding, whatever, but there's a little offer coming in anyway. Oh, also this card represents Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces, so some might suggest that this is a small offer from one of the water signs. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Cups. So my thinking is you like the little offer, but maybe you're waiting on something bigger in the Ten of Cups. It could be that he's offering you this, but you've already got all this. You've got 10 cups, you don't want his little 1 cup. He's definitely offering it here though. So whatever it is for you, I feel like you're in a really good place at the moment. You've got what you need. You might have your home, your family, everything's all settled. And someone comes in and makes you an offer, but it's just small. Maybe it's just not what you need at the moment. And then we have the King of Swords here. Now the King of Swords, again with that Justice card coming out in the beginning, sometimes this person can be a lawyer. So there's every chance here we're talking about a settlement. Because, for example, this could be an offer on some sort of divorce settlement, because this can be a lawyer. And with the Justice card underneath, I'm thinking it's very possible for some of you, somebody out there is getting a settlement on a book deal, because that came to me straight away. It could be getting paid for something, an offer to be paid for something, you know, that has to do with people's houses. So maybe you're getting work around decorating. Maybe you've just scored yourself a big contract. Because this too can represent contracts. So this guy is usually an Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. He's a man who's extremely direct. He doesn't fuss around, straight to the point, as you can see with his sword. He's not one to battle. He's so confident with who he is, he can leave his sword here. If he needs to pick it up, he can. But he's definitely very comfortable with who he is. So sometimes he earns a reputation of being a lawyer, doctor, somebody in a profession that has to speak and only speak the truth. He's probably not a politician, right? But that's what he is. So I'm thinking you're either getting a settlement on something or you've received a contract, some sort of contract. Doesn't look like a marriage contract or anything. It definitely looks like something to do with money or work, although there's no pentacles here yet. Okay, and then there's the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands then talks about, and I know I always talk the Rider-Waite, he is the wounded warrior. However, in this card, he's very humbled and he's moving forward to bow to you. I feel like this is some sort of forgiveness. Even though you're protecting what you've got behind you, it's like you're being quite vulnerable with this offer. Now, if you're dealing with a King of Swords or someone with those attributes, it could be that he's coming in to offer an apology for something, whether that would be family, work, or relationship. He's coming in. He actually wants to start with you again, start something up again. He could be an ex-husband. Because he is quite clearly looking at the Ten of Cups here. So whatever he's done, he's feeling really bad about it. So he's coming back to make another offer. And he's coming back very humbled and very vulnerable because he knows what he's done. Okay, and the next card we have is the Six of Cups. So this very likely could be something to do with your past. So it feels like to me you may have had something really cushy with this person in the past. It could be that you're looking back to the past to how the relationship was. If this is about a legal case, a divorce, settlement, it could be that you're finding this hard to deal with because you're still thinking about your family, your children, etc. Because this card can be the card of nostalgia, reminiscing, that sort of thing. But there's definitely children involved here. So I feel like perhaps someone separated from someone in the past and now they're coming back to make amends. And they're very humbled about it. Yep, okay. So we have here the Devil card. Now this could be somebody returning to you that had an alcohol or drugs problem before and they've got past this energy now because they're coming out that everything's behind them. So they've improved this and they're ready to move forward with their one want. So I would say to you, before you, if you really loved this person and you wanted to accept them back, if you don't, that's fine. But if you wanted to, then they are telling you the truth when they come forward with this because they've had some sort of issue or problem in the past. Now, I'm not saying you're going to take people back. If they've come out of this devil energy, sometimes it's not a nice energy. Other times it just can be somebody lusting after you. So it's not always bad. The other thing too is this could be a Capricorn. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn that's coming back, this card can represent them. But this is definitely to do with something in your past. Okay, and the next card is the Hanging Man. So obviously you're not ready to make a decision here. Whether this be an offer from a court settlement, an offer from somebody in business or power, you are going to take time out now to have a look at this. You are not happy with this offer. You need to look at it from a different perspective. The offer is too small with the Page of Cups. I think that you're feeling you deserve a lot more than that. And maybe it's why you're reminiscing. You know, I've brought the kids up, I've done all these things, and now you're coming back to offer me something little like this. Could be you in the Nine of Wands protecting yourself too. And then we have the Death card. So this is about a transformation. Okay, so you may in the Hanging Man decide that you need to be tougher in this. You need to be different. Whatever this is, you're transforming yourself here. And I'm thinking maybe in the past you were very soft. Maybe you're an empath dealing with a narcissist. It could be that you're looking back thinking, is it worth taking another chance? But it's actually going to send you into a bit of a transformation. So I feel that maybe, you know, you're looking back at the past and thinking, I don't want to deal with this again, and therefore I need to, you know, speak up for myself, for example. But definitely some sort of transformation coming in here. Okay, and then the World. Another lot of major arcanas again. So the World talks about us finishing a cycle. And to be honest with you, with this card here, it could be that you had a very codependent relationship in the past. Maybe this person that you're separating from, or maybe returning to you, or you're just reminiscing about this past partner, had a problem with codependency. Because it feels to me like you've been going through cycles here. And it could be this relationship cycle. And because I've got that whole feeling of the empath narcissist here, I'm thinking you either had a relationship that was quite taxing and you've been able to move away from it and they're not going easily. But definitely finishing out, closing out a cycle. And that makes sense with this card here. Because to me, you're transforming. You could be becoming stronger. You're becoming more, I don't want to say brave because it's such a judgmental word. You've really gathered your power and you understand your power in this. So very good. Okay, and the last card out is the Two of Pentacles. So again, still deliberating on whether this is something you want to accept or not. And maybe, you know, I mean, if this person is the father of your children and he's saying he's changed and he wants to come back, maybe you're tossing up now because you're waiting for your shits to come in. You could very more be tossing up on whether to take the settlement or not too. You look like you're deliberating on which way to go. So you haven't made up your mind yet, and that's okay. I feel like you have a lot of thinking in this to decide whether it's worth going back to or revisiting. Okay, I just want to get a couple of clarifiers on that. Wow. Okay, so we've got the Empress, the Star and the Temperance. There's a very karmic situation here, without any doubt here at all. And there's a need for you to know, I feel like this is maybe something you wished for but never happened, but there's a lot of healing in these three cards here. So I really think you're going to take time out before you make a decision. And I think it's really important because obviously if it's been a codependent, you know, relationship, you've been dealing with someone who has addictions, you might have been dealing with someone who is violent, and now they're coming back and telling you they've changed, and I really feel maybe you need to think about what it is you want to move forward. I can't see anything here. The universe is leaving it up to you. I cannot tell you which way to go because these three cards tell me you need to take time out and decide, balance and decide which way to go. So I will completely leave that up to you to make that decision. It does look like you might not have all the information with the Empress here too, so make sure you gather all your facts together before you make a decision. And don't get tied down and locked in the past either. There's a definite thing for that, especially if you're in this position of the Ten of Cups at the moment where you're extremely happy, because it may be that you're going back to something that you were not happy with before. Okay, and the card that came out is Coffin. And it talks about natural endings abound, take care with your health. And I really feel like you had the World card here, and this is about natural endings. So please make sure that whatever you choose to do here, that you do what you think is best. Don't do it because the other person's pressuring you. Okay, that's your reading for today. Thank you.